cell phone.
Welcome to Fairfield Public Access Television. I'm Susan Kessel, and we're here today at the BeatBox, and we have the phone ringing in the background, but we're not going to answer. Our guests here are Julie Babb.
Hello.
And Roland Wells.
Hello.
And we're here to learn more about the BeatBox. It's been in Fairfield. It's for young people, teens, and it's something great that we have in our community, and maybe there's some people out there that don't know about it, and we'd like to hear more about it. Julie, I know you've been associated with it for a while.
Well, I had the idea to do a teen center, I guess it was January of 2000, and one of my sons suggested that I meet with Roland, who was already doing something downtown. So we met for lunch one day with another friend of mine, and that's how this BeatBox got started.
Okay. Was the other one called BeatBox?
Yes, the other one was the BeatBox as well.
And it was downtown?
It was underneath Kramer's, or Hallmark now. It was the basement of Hallmark.
Okay.
Yeah, it was quite a lot different. There's only a couple of things we did. We just had breakdancing sessions during the week and then had parties on Saturday nights. And I'd always wanted to sort of take it to another level. So when I met with Julie, it just seemed logical to get together.
That was quite an undertaking for someone your age.
Well, don't really think about it.
I know that. Do you think there was some more credibility with adults when you came along?
I don't know, maybe so, but it was just fun for me that Roland was willing to be partners with a older person. But we've had a good time, and we've really been very successful with the kids, and a great deal of that is because of Roland's youth and his ability to know what they want to have instead of what we think they'd like to have.
I know over the years there have been things that have been tried for the youth at different times. The old Park and Rec building that was a church on Highway 34. When I was growing up, they put pool tables and things in, and it was nice, and sometimes kids would go there and then they kind of didn't.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a struggle to have a place that they want to be, that there's not too much supervision, but yet just enough. Is that what you find?
Yeah, and I think a large part of it is just their understanding of it is that it's a place that's really for them, and they're involved with it, as opposed to they're going into someone else's space. They're going into their own space when they come here. They, everything that happens here comes from them, so, and they understand. They really feel like it's their space. So it's not so much as the activities that go on here, it's just that their feeling about it is it's their space, and so they feel comfortable here. And I think that's one of the reasons why we get older kids as well. If you visit teen centers like Boys and Girls Clubs or YMCA's, they lose all the kids guaranteed after they turn 14. Or
really?
So they don't have any participation with older kids because the kids don't want to be part of something that's so clean and like community. Yeah, some sort. But we really get those kids. We get all the way up to 21 years old. We get
That's
some
great.
of the first year students come over from the university, and we get all different ages.
That's really good, and we will take a tour and look at your place. And how long have you been here?
We opened May 13, 2000, so it's been a year and a half almost.
And for those of you that don't know, it's the old Legion
Old American Legion building. Mm-hmm.
On North
405 North 2nd Street. Mm-hmm. But we've done quite a bit of remodeling, so if you knew it as the American Legion building, you probably wouldn't recognize it inside now. But it's a nice building, and we've had lots of fun making a nice place for the kids.
It looks like a place that people would like to hang out. Mm-hmm. Now, I know there must be some rules. Do you have some basic rules?
Just for it. Roland had these at the original BeatBox, and we just carried them over. There's no drugs, no alcohol, no smoking, and no weapons.
And no weapons.
Very
that seems
it's
really
very straightforward. It's really easy for them to understand why we have those rules. It's very, and we don't have to deal with anything. The kids really understand that it has to be like that for them to be here and have a place. So they take care of anything that happens. I mean, if someone comes in from out of town and they're smoking, and they don't know, then the kids will take care. I really have to deal with it because the kids just take care of it themselves because they understand.
They'll lose the privilege.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That it's pretty easy for them to understand. It's not too outrageous what we're asking. And
How many kids do you typically have?
Most days we average anywhere from 25 to 40 kids on and off during the day. They drift in, drift out, come back, and so it's very floating sort of atmosphere. But on the weekends there'll be more kids, but we're very happy to have the numbers that we have. Most people are surprised that we have that many kids.
Do you have certain hours?
We come in usually around 1 every day, and as soon as we come, open the doors, somebody will wander in. And Roland usually stays during the week till 11 or so, 11 or 12, and then on the weekends they stay later.
And is this Sunday through Saturday, or?
Sunday through Thursday we're open till 11, and then Friday and Saturday we're open till 2 in the morning usually.
So every single day?
Yes. Yes, we were closed on Sundays for a while, but then we decided may as well be open all the time.
They want to be,
They
they want to
place.
be here. So another boy opens up for us on Sunday, another young man.
And what about the age? What's the youngest and the oldest?
Sometimes we get someone as young as 13, and there might be people in their very early 20s. But we've had no problems ever with any of the kids mingling together, irritating each other, or fighting or anything. It's been really pleasant.
And I suppose we'll find this out when we do a tour, but what do they do here?
There's a lot of different things. We try and provide as many things as we can that they're into. So there's DJing kids. We have a really nice sound system that they can DJ on. There's kids that are into breakdancing, and maybe later if someone's around, we'll do some of that. We're putting in a computer lab that you can see behind us. There used to be a cafe here, but not too many kids were into that.
scene.
So, well, they're sort of. I think they're into the coffee scene,
but
but
not money.
yeah.
So we decided to use the space for something else.
Uh-huh.
So we're going to put in, hopefully, a really nice computer lab. We already have a couple computers. And that's going to have video production facilities, music production facilities, graphic and web design facilities as well. And we also just applied for a low power FM license. So hopefully within the next year we'll have a low power broadcast station up and running for the kids that are into the music and wanting to do their own shows and things like that. And also we have just the regular traditional games like pool tables. We have a couple of them, and a foosball table, a Nintendo 64, and a PlayStation as well, just for them when they want to hang out and not do much. Yeah.
Just relax.
Imagine movies are a big thing.
Well, most of the time somebody will just bring one in and they'll put it in, and then all of a sudden people start gathering around and watching it, whether they've seen it or not. It's just some group activity to enjoy.
Have you noticed any seasonal participation? Is it more kids here in the winter or summer? Or?
Well, as soon as school got out, we had a lot of kids come in. And that pretty much continued through the summer. We had a lot of different kids. Now that school just came back, and it's been a little bit less, them getting used to their schedules and things like that. So there hasn't been quite as many in the afternoons, but we definitely get a lot in the evenings.
Do you ever have any parents show up? Or
We encourage parents to drop by just so they'll feel comfortable with the space and know what their children are doing. And the kids don't mind. The only person that will mind is your own child. They won't want you to come. But nobody else minds, and the parents just kind of come in, spend a few minutes, and then go back out. They see that it's clean, happy place, and they're comfortable with it.
And
So
you-
we encourage that.
And you do have the kitchen here, but do you have food or drink or anything at all?
We did. We had a great kitchen. We made pizzas and cookies and brownies, and we just loved it. But and they loved it too. But it wasn't making enough money to justify the use of the space. So we decided to move on to the computers.
We're still serving coffee, though. We have nice coffee, organic coffee that we're serving, so that's something left. And I think we're going to try and have a modified sort of snack bar, but we still got to work on that.
I think I don't know why I'm surprised, but all of a sudden my daughter and her boyfriend have started drinking coffee. Is this a new thing?
Kids just love it. They just enjoy the caffeine, I guess, and it's something they really like to drink.
Something that's caught on.
Very much so.
That's good. That's good. Well, is there anything else we need to that you would like to add to?
Well, I'd like to just let everyone know that we recently applied for a very large federal education grant, $350,000, to make a
very
wonderful
large.
technology center to train youth for jobs and stuff. And Roland can probably tell you more accurately the different things that we'll offer. But if we get that grant, we will really be able to offer some cutting edge skills to kids, either kids that aren't able to go to college, or kids that have dropped out of school or want to supplement what they're able to get in school. But it'll really be wonderful if we get that.
And this is what you were talking about for in here.
Yeah, some of those programs definitely are part of it. And then additionally, if we get the grant, we're going to teach Cisco system engineering and Microsoft engineering. So that's the technical side, of course, of keeping a computer lab going. So if we get the grant, there's going to be some substantial programs that are going to be going on.
And when is that grant awarded?
We're going to be notified at the end of this month, or end of September, or beginning of October. And then the funds are awarded right after that. So.
Well, good luck.
Yeah,
Good luck.
We really hope to get it.
Well, this is a big project, and I hope that you continue to have success. And
Well, we are just needing the support of the community now. You know, we're established with the kids and we're able to get grants, but we need the community support for operating expenses to pay salaries. You can't really count on volunteers. You have to have paid people to maintain.
so, how did you acquire this building?
A donor bought the building
One
for us.
donor?
One donor gave us the money for the building. And then we did a fundraising. I can't remember what we raised.
Almost 25,000 more we raised after we got the building to do the renovations and a lot of work inside the space.
What all did you have to do? I see exposed pipes up here
Well,
and
no, that's
things. Is
part of
that
the work.
heating? I know, I like it. I like it, but you didn't have to do anything.
No, when we first came in here, there was a 7-foot drop ceiling that we ripped out. We completely redid all the AC and heating. There was wood paneling that we ripped off and put on new sheet wall with insulation. We had to redo all the electric. We put in completely new bathrooms back here. Cut this big hole that you're seeing us through in here. Put the bar in. Built our little office back here. So we
Was
pretty
this
much
all
renovated the whole-
volunteer?
Most of the work was volunteer, yes.
Yes.
But now you say you have some paid staff? Or,
Well,
or
Roland
looking
is-
to?
Roland is paid a very small stipend, and
Yeah, that is.
most of the money that we had to pay Roland came from a DCAT grant, and their funds have been cut because of the legislative problems. So that money ran out in June. So we have been struggling to try and come up with the money to pay Roland. He's here about 75 hours a week, so he needs to get compensated for that.
Right. Is there anything that people out in the community can do to help out? Donations, I'm sure.
Yes. I think that we'd love to have people involved. One of the things that we're working on, if we get the radio station, is we're working with a couple of people who are very interested in having a community radio situation, which the adults would work with the kids back and forth with that. So that'll be a lot of fun. So if anybody has ideas or interests, we love to hear about it and get their input. But our biggest need is financial support. And as we looked around at different teen centers in the state of Iowa, they are mostly all supported by their city and their county and United Way or local corporations and that sort of thing. They're all, you have to get that money from somewhere, from the local base.
And I imagine a lot of those instances you have to prove yourself before the funding comes.
Yeah, the city of Fairfield's been fairly forthcoming. They've helped us do a lot of work. They helped us put in a patio and did some work on the parking lot. And this year they did give us some money. So they've been really supportive. A lot of different people in town have been really supportive in terms of public getting out there and telling their friends about it. And that's something too that people can do if they want to, is tell their friends about the BeatBox if they don't know, because we think we're out there. We're always in the paper and always on TV and always sending out mailings, but a lot of the feedback that we get is that people don't know about us. So
Sometimes it's just hard to reach certain people, and spread the word.
and drop by too if you want to come by and see what we're doing. Definitely we welcome anyone to drop by.
I know I knew a little, but hadn't been here, and so it's good to visit and find out more. So if you're interested and have questions, be sure and stop. And what is the address?
405 North 2nd Street.
Okay. So, and we'll take a break and go on a tour. Okay, once again, we're at the BeatBox in Fairfield, a hangout for teens. And this is a punching bag.
Yep. Yeah, we put this up for the kids to hit. For a while, we were doing workouts on it, like real workouts. We had a group of kids that wanted to run in the mornings at like 6 o'clock in the morning and do workout, hit the bag.
They wanted to run at 6 in the morning?
Yes, we had 4 or 5 people that got up every morning for several months and worked out, hit the bag.
Great.
Yeah.
So there's all kinds of things associated with this that you can do.
Anything that they bring up, anything that they want to do, we try and do their best to accommodate them in some sort of a positive direction, of course.
So you're almost like what I want to say, a teen leader, counselor, somebody.
We'd like to be a resource center. If any idea or interest that they have, we'd like to facilitate their being able to do that. If it's helping them get funds or helping provide the equipment or just getting started in what they're interested in. One of the big things last summer was, if we go outside, you can see the murals that they painted. They're really into that last summer. It was lots of fun.
We'll
Beautiful
finish
things.
that when we, at the end of our show, we'll take a look at those. And you've got these couches. Yeah.
Yeah.
These couches here.
This is the TV area. Watch movies, play Super Nintendo. Nintendo 64 and PlayStation.
Were these donated?
Yes. And then back there's the sound booth that has some of the sound equipment that we use with the big system, which is up there on the stage.
Do they do karaoke or?
No, they're more into DJing, sort of dance music, hip hop, that sort of thing.
Okay, and kind of a little dance floor over here?
Yeah, over in this space where what you're looking at right now is our DJ system.
Okay.
That's a pretty much industry standard DJ system that you'd see at any club or any radio station that has records still.
Really? This calls for records?
Well, the type of music the type of thing that they do you need to have records for. They'll match beats, so they'll match a beat before they transition it, so it sort of fades from one music song to the other. It's not quite like a radio station.
It's very interesting. Maybe
It's really hard. Really hard.
I hope we can.
Yeah, and
I can
that's
see why they like that.
Oh, and they really get into it, and they're just really moving around and having a good time. And the other kids like to dance. If you have a really inspiring DJ, then that makes them want to dance, and they really have fun. But be sure and have a look at these great speakers that Roland got donated to us. They're really awesome.
Those are huge.
Yeah, they're D.A.S. Audio, which is a company in Spain, actually. Their distributor donated them to us from California. It's pretty much club quality sound system. We have probably a better sound system than most clubs in Iowa.
Wow. And you have some kind of light,
We got a couple dance lights.
lights.
We'd like more of those, as well as more amps. We don't have quite enough amps to run the speakers that we got donated. So.
Even the little stage platform area here, was that here? Did you have to build
No,
that?
We built that. Fairfield Lumber was very nice and gave us lumber toward building that. So, yeah, we've had quite a bit of support.
I have to ask about the bicycle on the wall. I just have to. I'm trying to figure out why, if it has a purpose, like lights.
That was
or...
a last summer product as well. It's a Lowrider bike, totally customized. We cut some of the metal and got it re-welded back on and did a lot of Bondo work. There's some nice curves and things in there.
I should have called you when I had this Ragbri idea. I wanted to put on all the light posts, bicycles. It was a little far out, but fun idea.
An idea that one boy had, and he came to Roland with it, and then several other people got interested in it, and they worked on it for a couple of weeks. It's really great. They really enjoyed it. And then
So-
they take turns riding it around.
This is a great place to show your creativity and get to use it. And over here we have pool tables.
Yes.
And are these used a lot?
Yeah, this is probably the most used equipment here. A lot of kids just come to hang out, play pool, and Kids, a lot of them getting really good at it. Yeah, it's free.
It's free. That's wonderful. I remember when I was growing up going out to Parsons in the bowling area and playing snooker and pool down there, and that was a big thing to do when I was that age. So that's great.
Yeah, and this is probably the only place they can play free, so they come and they really enjoy it. And we have pool tournaments every couple of months, so they really like to see who's going to be the best at that time. So it's fun. And the one was donated, and we purchased one. And we really need new and better ones. But, because they're pretty discerning. This table is not level, or, and they don't.
The better you get.
Yes, the more you need better equipment. So it's that was the best table, and everybody's always waiting to use that one.
And then the foosball in the back?
Yes, foosball. Back there. Foosball's not used so much these days. For a little while it was getting a lot of use, but things go in waves, I think. There's a lot of different kids, different groups come in and start spending time here, and they do different activities, and so we're just trying to accommodate everyone.
I think pinball was a big thing, too, when I was growing up.
We had a couple arcade games in here that were used quite a bit, and then the use went down, so we got rid of them, put something new in.
So I think it's good for me to remember, and for some of you out there to remember, some of the things that we liked to do when we were growing up, and that was go to Parsons and play the pool and snooker and the pinball, and find places like that to do that, which were few and far between, and I suppose they are now too. But we have it here in Fairfield at the BeatBox.
We're very lucky, that's right. The community is fortunate to have a place for their kids to come, because they need to be with their peers at this age.
Yes, it's very important, and a place to have a good time, and with your 4 basic rules, which is no drugs, no smoking, no alcohol, and no weapons. Very easy and good rules to have. So let's go outside and take a look, and maybe we could round some kids up to do some...
If we haven't scared them all.
I know, right. Okay. Well, we're outside, and we've gathered up a couple kids that are here. And tell me your name.
My name's Caleb Flynn.
Julia Roberts.
And so you come here once in a while?
I'm here every day, actually pretty much all day. I help out here. Roland's a good friend of mine, so I help out, and I'm friends with Julie's son, so, it's just this is like home to me, actually.
Great. Yeah. So you're doing your part in the community by helping keep this place going and making it a fun place to be.
I'm here almost every day also, just saying hi to the people and hanging out with everyone.
Okay, and we're outside in this area with the skateboard thing. Do you skateboard?
I do, a little bit.
A little?
Yeah.
Sometimes I try, but I don't.
And you were saying that this was donated by Ed Malloy, and then we're looking at one that was created, some artwork. Did either of you participate in the artwork part?
No, I don't do graph.
Okay. But it looks like there's lots to do here. We've got the skateboard and the great, I love the graffiti on the artwork on the stone block there. It's fun.
They're very creative people.
That reminds me of a lot of artwork that I used to see, or graffiti in Europe. It's so neat that I love to see it. It wasn't really destructive.
Well, they allow it in Europe. They let them paint the trains and things, so...
Okay, so that's why I like
encouraged,
it.
Yeah.
Great. And we do have the basketball here.
We need a really heavy-duty outdoor wire basketball thing. The nets, or whatever you call the goals, last about a month at the most, because they get so much use.
Sure.
So if somebody ever wanted to donate a heavy-duty basketball goal, that would be great.
Okay, so I hope you're listening out there. So what do you do on the inside?
I work on the computers a lot. I do a lot of graphic work and some web design.
We could use you at FPAC.
Well, I can help out, a little
Okay.
bit. So, but, I break dance.
Do you?
So, yeah, and other than that, I just hang out and, talk to kids, have fun.
I think we want to have a little breakdance demonstration. Would you do that for us? My son liked to kind of do some moves.
Not out here.
Not out here. I don't blame you. And it is kind of thundering out. And I felt a sprinkle. So I think we will go in and maybe have a quick demonstration. Okay, so I'm really dense. This is hip hop, rap.
Yes, we're listening to like hip hop music, yeah. But there's definitely different kinds, and this is a little bit more musical than you'd probably hear on
That's a nice beat.
on the radio. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, a little bit underground, not quite as commercial.
Okay, and so we got this, and you're willing to show us some breakdancing?
Yeah, as long as Roland will show you some too.
Okay, sounds good to me.
right.
Go for it. And pretend like we're not here. Oh my goodness. Woo! Ooh, impressive. Ah! Okay, so now I know why the clothing has whoa. That's kind of, I used to see my son do some of that. Now I know why clothing has evolved. You've got skater clothes and you've got kind of more of the hip hop. You need something, I think, loose.
Absolutely. Caleb's actually working on designing a label of clothing himself, so it's kind of fun. Beat boy clothes or something.
Are there certain moves that you try to acquire in doing this?
Absolutely, but they know it, not me.
Oh, okay. Are there certain, what do you start when you're gonna do this? What's the first thing you want to start? Like,
You want to learn a little bit?
no, I didn't wear the right clothing.
There's just a couple different things you can start with. I mean, there's a lot of. It's not really set. You know, if someone wanted to learn, they could just come down and we just work with them.
Freeform.
Yeah, in terms of learning, there's not like, it's not like ballet or something where it's very strict and there's, the whole idea of breakdancing is to have your own moves so that when you're battling, you can do something different that they're doing.
That's great. I love it. I love it. Do you have to lift weights?
I wish.
No, you just do it, and you'll gain the muscle that you need to do, to do that. So.
And I was just complaining about playing golf, and then my arms were hurting. It's embarrassing. Do you have a lot of people here that do that?
Not too many. There are kids that'll come down every once in a while and just hang out and break, and some kids want to learn, and I don't know, we teach every once in a while. Kids who just come down and say, I want to learn something, what can you teach me? So.
Well, it really looks fun in addition to being strenuous and I don't know, strengthening, whatever, but it looks fun to me, so.
It is.
Come on down.
Come on down to the BeatBox, and thank you, Julie, for sharing with us today, for helping in the community by organizing and promoting and keeping this going for our youth. And I wish you good luck in the future and support from within the community, where you can send donations and just support, and the kids to have a place to come on out to the BeatBox, and that is on North 2nd Street. And the hours?
We're open Sunday through Thursday from 1 till 11, and then on the weekends from 1 or 2 until 2 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, and thank you, Roland.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for those wonderful moves there. I'm impressed. Thanks, Fairfield.